In a wide-ranging interview, we asked Representative Begich about aviation safety and executive power, but we began with the topic so many are talking about, federal layoffs. Senator Murkowski has expressed concern with the layoffs of federal workers in Alaska and across the U.S. As a member of the DOGE caucus, how many Alaskans so far have been caught in this situation, and what would you say to those who have lost their jobs as a result of this?
About 100 people, we've been told, have been impacted by this. These workers primarily were on a probationary period with the federal government. Look, I've told folks here in the interior, and I will continue to tell folks throughout the state, if they have been impacted by these cuts and they have specific information that they can share about their position, its importance to the state, and why they believe they should be reinstated, they should reach out to our office and we'll review those on a case-by-case basis.
What needs to be done to improve aviation safety in the state of Alaska?
That's a great question. What we recognize already is that a number of the cameras that we rely on in remote locations to check weather are down. More than a third of those cameras are actually offline right now. And we need redundancy in power systems, redundancy in connectivity, and redundancy in the cameras themselves in order to reduce the likelihood that they go down. When a pilot flying to a remote area of Alaska isn't certain about the weather, they're taking undue risks.
Last night you held an open house at your Fairbanks office. What kind of feedback did you receive from the community, both positive, negative? What was sort of the breadth of that?
Well, it was both positive and there was some constructive criticism. And some of that constructive criticism was really related to the concerns that people have about the authority of the executive branch and whether or not the Trump administration has exceeded that authority, what the recourse, if they have exceeded that authority, would be. Obviously, there's concerns around the degree to which Alaska relies on federal funding and whether or not we would bear the brunt of a lot of these cuts that could be forthcoming. I'm doing everything that I can do to defend Alaska's position in the House.
Right now, we are working on putting our full 15-minute interview into a podcast, which we'll make available on our webpage and on our mobile app. In the meanwhile, check out our extended coverage. Alex Bengal, Alaska's news source.